Floyd Mayweather, a name synonymous with boxing greatness and ostentatious wealth, finds himself at the center of a storm of allegations and investigations that threaten to unravel the carefully curated image of a financial titan. Stephen A. Smith, the outspoken ESPN personality, has been vocal about Mayweather's troubles, warning that the former champion's situation is far more precarious than it appears. Days ago, Smith cautioned that with 120 people reportedly ready to levy allegations against Mayweather, the scope of his troubles seems almost incomprehensible. The raids on Mayweather's homes in Miami and Las Vegas by Homeland Security, not local police, signal a federal investigation of significant magnitude, raising questions about the nature of his financial dealings and the legitimacy of his empire. The raids, conducted as part of an ongoing probe into allegations of financial crimes and unpaid debts, uncovered false documents in Mayweather's possession, according to reports. The involvement of Homeland Security in both Miami and Los Angeles suggests a coordinated effort targeting Mayweather's financial activities, potentially involving tax evasion and other serious offenses linked to his promotional agency, Mayweather Promotions. The Federal Bureau of Investigation's findings have only intensified scrutiny, painting a picture of a man whose wealth may be more illusion than reality. Stephen A. Smith, never one to mince words, has called Mayweather's actions troubling, particularly in light of discoveries that many of the properties he claims to own are part of brand deals designed to mislead the public. Mayweather's real estate ventures, often touted as evidence of his business acumen, have come under fire. Reports indicate that he does not own many of the properties he promotes but instead acts as a brand ambassador, advertising them to attract buyers in exchange for cash or a few properties. This arrangement, while lucrative, has drawn the ire of the FBI, which views it as deceptive. Smith has expressed dismay at this revelation, arguing that Mayweather's pattern of presenting himself as the owner of assets he does not control erodes public trust. The boxer's involvement in cryptocurrency scams has further complicated his legal and financial standing, with allegations that he promoted fraudulent tokens and disappeared after fans invested, leaving them with worthless assets. Smith has pointed to blockchain investigator Zach XBT, who accused Mayweather of being linked to multiple token scams. XBT's investigations have highlighted a series of failed cryptocurrency projects tied to Mayweather, including Mayweather's, Ethereum Max, Board Bunny, Real Floyd NFT, and Moonshot. These ventures, often promoted with great fanfare on Mayweather's social media platforms, have been labeled as rug pulls, where creators withdraw liquidity and vanish, leaving investors empty-handed. The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has also, taken action against Mayweather, charging him with failing to disclose payments for promoting 3 initial coin offerings, ICOs, including a $100,000 payment from Centra Tech. Mayweather paid over $600,000 in fines for these violations, a fact that Smith emphasized as evidence of a pattern of misconduct. The crypto community has reacted with outrage, with some questioning the authenticity of Mayweather's reported $500 million net worth. One user remarked that the net worth of certain celebrities appears completely fake, while another expressed frustration that Mayweather seems to evade accountability for his actions. The boxer's history of promoting fraudulent projects, coupled with his lavish lifestyle, has fueled speculation that his wealth is a house of cards, propped up by questionable deals and public deception. Smith has speculated that even Mayweather's private jets might be part of brand deals, casting doubt on the true extent of his ownership. Despite these allegations, Mayweather continues to project an image of unassailable wealth. His $50 million Gulfstream G650 private jet, multi-million-dollar watch collection, and fleet of luxury cars are frequently showcased to counter bankruptcy rumors. In October of last year, reports surfaced that Mayweather had invested $42 million in 62 apartment buildings in New York City, but public records showed no evidence of ownership, prompting rapper 50 Cent to troll Mayweather on social media, suggesting he was lying about his investments. Mayweather's response was to flaunt his wealth further, posting about his assets and dismissing the rumors as baseless. Mayweather's financial troubles are not new. In 2017, similar speculation arose despite his massive earnings from his fight with Conor McGregor. His recent trip to Roatan, Honduras, where he displayed his private jet and received a tourism award, was another attempt to reinforce his image as a global icon. Yet, the persistence of these rumors, coupled with federal investigations, suggests that Mayweather's financial empire may be more vulnerable than he lets on. Smith has warned that the boxer's crypto-related activities, which he believes constitute the bulk of his criminal behavior, have defrauded fans of hundreds of millions of dollars, a claim that has yet to be fully substantiated in court. Beyond financial controversies, Mayweather's legacy as a boxer remains a point of fascination. Smith, in a recent appearance on Club Shay Shay hosted by Shannon Sharpe, praised Mayweather's ability to make opponents look inferior, comparing him to Michael Jordan. Unlike LeBron James, who defeats opponents without diminishing their skill, Mayweather and Jordan, according to Smith, had a knack for making their rivals appear less capable. This ability to dominate and humiliate cemented Mayweather's status as one of boxing's greatest, even as his post-retirement ventures draw criticism. Mayweather's promotional tactics, both in boxing and business, have always been bold. His recent foray into cryptocurrency, including his endorsement of the BSC cryptocurrency and the promise of rewarding investors with a World Boxing Council (WBC) belt, exemplifies his flair for spectacle. However, his sudden deletion of promotional posts about a token called Floyd sparked concerns of dubious activity, reinforcing perceptions of dishonesty. The SEC's 2022 charges against Mayweather for unlawfully touting ICOs, including a message to his Twitter followers urging them to buy Centra Tech tokens, underscore a pattern of exploiting his influence for profit. The involvement of other celebrities, such as DJ Khaled, in similar financial misconduct has added fuel to the controversy. The SEC accused both men of failing to disclose payments for promoting cryptocurrency investments, with Mayweather paying $300,000 and Khaled $50,000 to settle the claims. These cases mark the SEC's first actions against touting violations involving ICOs, highlighting the regulatory challenges posed by cryptocurrencies. Smith has emphasized the SEC's warning that many ICOs are governed by securities laws, requiring transparency about paid endorsements, a standard Mayweather repeatedly failed to meet. Mayweather's defenders argue that his actions reflect the realities of a young athlete navigating newfound wealth. Signing his first major deal as a teenager, Mayweather has described himself as a kid who didn't know better, evolving into a businessman over time. He contrasts himself with other boxers, whom he calls just fighters, emphasizing his entrepreneurial mindset. His real estate portfolio, which he claims is crazy, and his ventures into cryptocurrency are presented as evidence of his business savvy, even as investigations cast doubt on their legitimacy. The raids on Mayweather's homes, which include a 20,000-square-foot Las Vegas mansion and a Miami property, have intensified speculation about his financial stability. Smith has questioned whether Mayweather's lavish lifestyle, complete with drivers in multiple cities, a $3.2 million Bugatti, and a $1.6 million Rolls-Royce, is sustainable or merely a facade. The boxer's continued earnings from exhibition bouts in the Middle East and Asia, while lucrative, may not provide the long-term security needed to weather federal scrutiny. Public reaction to Mayweather's troubles is mixed. Some fans view him as a victim of his own success, targeted for his wealth and fame, while others believe he has exploited his platform for personal gain. Social media users have expressed skepticism about his net worth, with one noting that his million-dollar promotions are scripted transactions orchestrated by his manager. Another user lamented that Mayweather's apparent lack of financial need makes his alleged scams all the more baffling. As the investigations unfold, Mayweather's legacy hangs in the balance. His 50-0 boxing record remains untarnished, but his reputation as a businessman is under siege. Smith's relentless commentary, coupled with Zach XBT's exposés and federal actions, has brought Mayweather's financial dealings into sharp focus. Whether he emerges unscathed or faces significant consequences, the saga underscores the complexities of fame, wealth, and accountability in the modern era. For now, Mayweather continues to live large, jet-setting in his Gulfstream and chopping wood in front of his mansion, a method, he says, that harks back to his roots. But with Homeland Security, the FBI, and the SEC closing in, the question remains: is Floyd Mayweather's empire built on solid ground, or is it a house of cards waiting to collapse?